Hello everyone, Time Rover here, and welcome to the start of a new look Let's Play at Software Inc. It's been a few weeks, months, I have no idea, since our last episode of our 11.2 series, where we sort of just fell off the edge of the earth and haven't released another Software Inc. Episode in that series since then, and I do apologize. I will, truth be told, I was a little irked at some of the changes made in Alpha 11 in general, and so it became a little bit too clicky, too micromanaging for my taste, which I know a lot of people might actually like, but it was a little change from what I had been used to in the previous versions, and some of it's pretty good, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the clicking and contract management issues, or not issues, but gameplay that you basically had to keep going on with the contract was getting to me a little bit. But recently I've gotten sort of the itch to come back and try it out, and since I think it was 11.2, we are now on what looks to be 11.45. So yeah, I think it was back in October was our last go around, or somewhere in October, based on the timeline here. So there's a lot has changed. A lot I assume has changed in these release patches since our last episode. And so I figured, you know what, let's jump in and try another hand at it and see if it's been updated at all, or if it's still micromanaging, or so on and so forth. I did play a little bit on my own yesterday, just to get a feel for the changes and maybe what's happening. I do have sort of a plan that I want to go with that sort of worked out a little bit better, at least in my initial start, from what I did in 11.2. And I believe after the last episode of 11.2, we had talked about, being switching over and trying to create a game, like sort of go to game development route. And I wanted to give that a go. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to create a game development company. I'm going to try to sort of limit what we really do, at least initially, to just games. And in my test game, it worked out okay. I mean, I was profiting. I didn't necessarily need to keep doing those contracts even after my initial release. So I think there are ways around it. And as always, if you have any suggestions or comments, or whatever, if I'm doing something wrong, which is entirely possible, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will try to address them on the next video or subsequent videos, depending on how many I actually pre-record here. Anywho, let's go and get started. Enough of this rambling intro. Yes, we're doing a new game. I don't remember the name of our last game, or our last company, and typically what I try to do is get viewers in sort of our series here or there. If you're familiar with my channel, if you're not, there is a Google form in the description below that you can fill out and get your name in the game at some point. It is randomized. All I do is I grab everybody's name that's put in so far, and then randomize it in a spreadsheet and go from the top of the list down. So keep that in mind as well. So if I do that, we have our list of names for the future. I was thinking about doing a viewer for the company here, but I don't know. I think we might just hold off and just do what we were doing with naming products and stuff like that. So we'll go with something along those lines. So our company name is going to be Time Game Studios. Sure, because that's really, well, do we want to leave it open for something? I mean, we could do Time Studios. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do Time. Well, is that what we did before? You know what? I'm just going to go G Studios. Time G Studios. That's fine. I can't remember. I don't want to do the exact same thing, and Time Studios might be something I actually did do. All right, and through the good old editing magic, I was able to find out what we were Time Industries before. So Time Studios is what we're going to go with today. We are going to go with another Time Rover here. That's fine. And yeah, I don't want that. Look, we could probably finagle that. I typically tend to go with sort of a more traditional t-shirt and, well, jeans, pants, jeans, I guess. Torso, let's go with a white getup. Again, I might be going with the exact same setup, more or less, that I've done in the past. Do I want to go with any... Go all white. Now let's go black. There we go. I like it. That's fine. And typically what I've done in the past is really like jack up some of these skills. But in my test game, I sort of left some things a little low and, well, I didn't take them completely away. Because I actually did have Timer over here become a sort of a leader of men and women there. Let's do something like that. I think that will work just fine. Okay, so then what do we do with our development, our specializations here? What if we do random here? That's actually kind of nice. If we did a random setup here, we've got a designer. Yeah, you know what? That's basically what I was going to put. I wanted a little bit of audio rather than maxing something out. Programming, I'd like to do sort of the same thing here. Just get a little bit of everything because it seemed to work out for me overall. Now, I kind of want... multitask, improve effectiveness with support... Socialization, automation. Okay, I don't need that much in automation. Let's throw in one over in multitasking, just get a little bit of everything and see how that works out for us. Internal disputes, yeah. Marketing, yeah. I'm gonna go pretty much all support, I think. Because more or less the publishers are going to handle the marketing initially, and then we'll just hire some marketers. So I don't really see an initial need for marketing skill early on. And the legal aspects, I don't think it's going to be a huge issue early on. So we'll just sort of hire a leader for that eventually when we need to do it. One thing I'm curious to see... pick a look. I think we're good, right? Yes, we're good. One thing I'm curious to see is how the legal system actually works. In my test game, I actually got sued for the first time for a breach of contract, and that was mainly because I rushed something out. And I assumed you could rush, like you could release a product early from the release date, but not necessarily the pause. Not necessarily go past the release date. But I must have misread something because, yeah, I got slapped with a lawsuit from the publisher for releasing like a few months early. Whoopsies. Anywho, in fact, can I see easily? Publisher, marketing, release date, May. If accepted this deal, you're contractually obligated to release your product no later than May 1981. So yeah, see, this kind of annoyed me. We'll get there eventually, but essentially in my test game, I got hit with a lawsuit because I released prior to this date. But this language makes it sound like, you know, we're contractually obligated to release this product by May 1981, no later than May 1981. So I don't know, maybe if I challenged it, it would have been, you know, something or other, but I didn't. And so here we are. Okay, so we need to set up our little area here. Oh my gosh, I feel like, you know, we were just in this situation. Move. Where do I want this? How do I want to do this? Right here. We're gonna get the executive chair because we are just that cool. I don't think it, unless they've changed it, I don't think it really matters for your avatar if you have that or not. But why not? We're gonna We're going to spend money we don't have to give ourselves some comfort, because of course we are. And we of course need one of those to give us a little boost. Get a clock. And I'm going to get a drawing tablet because we're going to be designing something eventually. First, I think that's about it. I don't think we need anything else. We can start doing contracts. And I did see that our contract sort of go around here does still work the same way. Unless I'm just missing something. In that I can basically just develop it right away and get all the money and so on and so forth. And I feel like that's just still going to be the way I do things, because the contracts are not super exciting for me. And I like to get rid of having to deal with the contracts as quickly and efficiently as possible. We do have art skills, so I think I can probably take... Oh, wait, Yeah. 1 month left, I was going to say. Let's grab these. And grab another art one here. Just try our luck at all of these. Alright, go this way. Promote. 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 And yeah, so this is the issue that I had. And it's still like early on, it's all we can do. And so, you know, it is fine. But I feel like from jumping to Alpha 11, that the game got really click happy with all these contracts. And the gameplay, I feel, went down a little bit. But that's just my opinion. And we'll see if things have changed or anything. In my test game, I was able to sort of start making money without having to deal with all these darn contracts. And maybe it's just, my thing here. Alright, so we got a few bits and pieces of money here. What I'm probably going to do is just finish out these contracts. Develop. And go from there. Promote. Finish and finish. Okay, so that's all the contracts. I think... Do we want to start now? I think so. I see no reason why not to start. So we're going to go ahead and start our first project already. 12 minutes in. Okay, so probably a little bit sooner. I wish I had done it sooner. Anywho, let's see here. So we are going to go, Christifa, you're gonna get a game. You're gonna be our launching game. You are Christifa Adventures. Actually, you know what? Let's do something like, because it's going to be an RPG, I think, is what we want to do. Yeah, Christifa. How about, the World of Christifa. There we go. The World of Christifa. You are going to look here. So they actually did, update something here. They added in just sort of the basic form here, and we can go into the advanced form if we want to tweak a couple things. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of sort of this, the old school. I do like the changes to this form and sort of the development page design document that were done. So I have no problem with that going forward here. So what are we going to do? Okay. Well, it does automatically throw these in there. And this is nice. Like, I was wondering about this. It does automatically... what? I was going to say, it does automatically choose these for us, but apparently not so much. Okay, let's try that again. The World of Christifa. Okay, advanced. Operating system, no. Typically I start with the 2D editor, but no, we're going with a game this time around. But it didn't actually choose that for us. I wonder why that is. Huh. Alright, I'm going to back out completely. And go here. We are on the advanced. Game. The World of Christifa. RPG. It's an original IP. Customizable character. Open world. 86%. Approximately 3 years. Woo! But that's what we're gonna go with here. We'll get more people. It will go a little bit faster, I feel like. 58. Let's do, you know what? 59.99. 59.99 I think is gonna be fine. We got the core. We are gonna get. We will take a publisher, but I'm gonna wait on doing that just now. We are gonna framework this. So this is going to be the time engine as a framework here. For, well, do we want time? How about well, we may or may not use this down the line. Let's do this is going to be a Christifa game. Is the existing thing, because we'll try to build upon this down the line. 59 is okay. Over here, ImageScape, yeah, it auto-populates these. I'm not going to move them or do anything about them. I think that's going to be okay. Next, a little bit there, but it's fine, I guess. And then, yeah, we can choose a publisher. So let's grab a publisher. So I have a bone to pick here with the funding. Initially, I thought this funding was like, maybe we get this every month and that would allow us to hire a bunch of people and so on and so forth. Having it be a flat $53,000 at the beginning goes really fast. And I don't think it's worth doing the funding at all, at least personally. In my test game, I did do the funding, but like I said, I did it as an experiment to see if I got this or something from the funding publisher every month, and I didn't. All I got was a windfall of $53,000, which is nothing to sneeze at. It allowed me to hire people, but you know, I was still doing contracts like the following period. It just sort of gave me a little bit of an early buffer, or at least it would allow me, if I didn't do the contracts, to start this maybe last month or something like that. But I'm not going to do that. I think the funding should be more tied to maybe you get a bulk amount of money, or you get a little bit like a trickle, like maybe like $6,000 or enough to fund a couple of other people or something like that every month, to sort of take away from having to do still contracts. But that's just me. We are going to mainly do marketing. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to get a release date of 1982. So 2 years from now. We've got approximately 3 years to build this massive thing, but it's doable. It should be doable, especially if we get some people going. So we'll see how we do. Yeah, good. If you accepted this deal, you're contracted. And so on and so forth. So we're not going to do multiple iterations of this. Everything's fine. The team is quite small. But you know, it is what it is. We're not going to do a bunch of iterations in terms of the design, just to try to get through and get ourselves a initial, I guess I could just do this, get ourselves an initial setup here. Go over here, put you, why can't I do that? Come on. Rotate. There we go. Do something like that. And over here, duplicate. Oh, shoot. There, and then duplicate this. Oop, you already have it there. Okay. Spent a lot of money, and we're about to spend even more because I need to hire some people. So we need, for this, we need pretty much everything design-wise. So we are, let's take a look at our character here. We're pretty good in pretty much system and 2D, but we need some audio people. So let's go ahead and hire some designers for audio. I'm going to go medium for the first one here. And begin looking. Got amazing person. We've got Lindsay Carr, skill preview. It's not as great as I had hoped. But I mean, it's basically an exact duplicate of our person here. It's not super great. I kind of goofed. Because I didn't actually put in who we wanted here. So I want a designer, I want audio. And yeah, because I wanted the audio person to be medium. I don't know why it's not giving me the skills. Oh yeah, let's get you. Okay, higher. And then I was just gonna grab some low level, people to sort of offset that. But she was amazing, so I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and take them. Overall skill. Begin lucky. Wow. That was kind of crap. Flirt, cocky, stubborn, optimist. Alright, well, I don't want to have to get another person, so let's go down here. We're going to change roles, auto roll, and go to design. We'll go programming there. That's going to be okay. Alright, so we've got 4, because I think we needed sort of 4. Yeah, 4 designers. And again, we'll most likely get rid of these people. We don't have any people. We'll keep designing with our person. I mean, he's pretty skilled in general, so it's not going to be an issue. But we're going to have to keep going with our contracts, because there's going to be a bit of we're going to have to come up with some cash on hand to cover salaries. So we're going to still have to do some of these contracts. And that's, kind of okay-ish. Luckily, we don't have to design a lot. And I can just keep sort of going like so. Because we'll know for sure how much we need next month. Because I want to see how much our salaries cost. I guess I could probably look that up right now, but I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, right. I also wanted to assign time here as the leader of the group, like so. And yeah, so I'm not sure what this interlocking means. I feel like that's new, but I think it has something to do with like teamwork and so on and so forth. Social or being within earshot and talking with each other. I think it makes them work a little bit better. Prioritize getting this out, please. Publish. Okay, so we got that contract. I think that should be enough to handle our overall salaries. Is there someplace? I'm sure there's someplace I can see our finances before the next month. HR management, salaries, 15,000. So we need to, I believe that's what that is. So we need to make at least 15,000 a month. Is that, am I correct on that assumption? I think. All right, so that ends the first day. Boom. 15,000. Yeah. So as long as we cover that in our contracts, then we can focus all the time on developing our game here. Contracts. So we want to get sort of the best but still horrible quality. Do you and you as well. That should help cover. If we take a little bit of a hit, it's not gonna kill us. We can always offset that just a little bit down the line. So, oh boy, let's not develop too much into those, because that's also gonna stress our people out if we keep them going. But luckily, we are developing really quickly. It's probably that 3-star person. Yeah, audio and 2D are like Speedy Gonzalez here. Oh shoot. Yeah, we didn't. Did I not actually get this finished? Well, that's why. Okay. I mean, we didn't actually finish those. Whoops. Logistics. It's bad. And bad. All right, I'm also taking a little bit too much time in designing these things, which is kind of poop. This is fine. Let's up this a little bit. Okay, you guys are now done. So we have an option here. We could boot our people out. Because we're going to have to hire programmers. We're done with 2D designers. Yeah, both of these. Tell you what, Colby, Jefferson, let's get you out of here. That way we don't have to cover your salaries. Dismiss them. We'll probably get hit with a lawsuit or something. I don't know. I'm still not sure how the lawsuits and everything work, but we're gonna have to cover their, our salaries if we keep them around, and we don't really need them anymore. Finish. I could bring in another designer for Christopher to get through the system, but I think we'll be okay. It's only, well, it is May. I really would like... are we going to finish this soon? I don't know. But I do know we've gone on long enough. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and put a cut in the video. And hopefully when we come back, next episode, we will figure out what we're going to do about getting that system going, because yeah, that didn't take as long as I would have liked. I need probably another, I might bring in like a medium designer or something to handle the system here, and then next month we'll hire a bunch of programmers, just start working on World of Christopher and just design our contracts with Time Rover here. And then we should get through the contracts pretty easily. But all that's going to happen next time. So thanks, everyone, for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series, or that you will enjoy this series. If you do, please hit that like button, as it's very important for a new series, of course. And it also helps me out quite a bit. As always, if you do want to see more content, please subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.